Hi all, this is an impromptu stream. The ICC Open final today has Magnus Carlsen called, for some reason, Stop Try Harding. Hi all on stream. I'm hoping you can join me from my perspective. So he's playing a royal pairs with the black pieces here. I hope has Magnus Carlsen. Turn the echo off there. So his rating at the moment is 3286. It was much lower earlier on in the early rounds. Okay, so Chess Asuk, if we do a finger, who's Chess Asuk? It's Carlos Heavier. I'll try and find out the actual pairings. So Chess Asuk is Carlos Heavier from a Cuban Grandmaster. So these are the pairings for the quarterfinals. There's Depresniak against Black Horse 96. So that's Grischuk against Bortnik. There's Andreykin against Daniel Dubov. Well, I think we've covered a game on the channel recently, a Queen Sacrifice game on the channel recently of Daniel Dubov. Rings a bell. There's Vladimir Fedosev against Federico Perez Ponce from Argentina as well. So this is one of the quarter-final pairings here. Okay, so what's going on here in this position? It looks like that c5 knight's been reinforced. And it's 3 minutes each. 3 minutes each. So this is Magnus Carlsen playing 3 minutes without any increment. Quite a brutal time limit. It's important not to get too far behind on the clock. I wonder if black's playing for, it looks too dangerous to play for f5 later. White's got a very good grip over that f5 square here. So yeah, I've just had Sunday dinner. I thought, hang on, there's the ICC finals today. I was too tired myself to try my luck. Last night was like quite late, and I did want to try. I had played in it 1 year and it had got a few wins. It was good fun. 3 minutes each. You can sometimes have some luck even against GMs, you know, just on the clock, you know, just clock pressure. 3 minute is quite a brutal time limit without any increment. So Magnus Carlsen here though is okay. This A file, it looks as though white's going to infiltrate. No, he's contested the A file. So that rook A7 would have been dangerous. So is he going to neutralize his opponent? Is black looking forward to any positional advantage here? B4 is held at bay at the moment. White's pressure on C4 is quite good, but it could be later quite useful. B4 at the right time. At the moment, oh, Queen A4 looks dangerous, because if there was a taking knight takes, we're on B2 there. Oh, he didn't want to use Queen A4. I wonder if Bishop takes H5 was a concern just at that point. To try and break open the kingside, or I'm not sure that's that sound. Oh, the knight's coming to a nice blockade square. Stopped knight D6 now, but is this knight going to reroute later? Okay, black is not minding a queen exchange if that's going to, but white's stopping that at the moment. Magnus is getting ahead on the clock here quite significantly. So yeah, believe it or not, Magnus Carlsen is Stop Try Harding 3286. I think it's the first time I've seen him in the ICC Open. I would have been much more motivated to play it if I knew he was playing it. There's like 4 qualifiers for today, so you have to be a pretty strong GM, I think, to win usually one of the qualifiers to get to play today. So this pin, how annoying is that? Can black just break out of this pin somehow? Is white threatening anything? Just Queen A6. Oh, okay, this looks as though there's some pressure here. This bishop, where is it going to go? Or is it going to be protected? Is white actually threatening anything? Right, throws in the check. Maybe bishop G4. And then if f3, there's bishop e3 check here, and then queen takes f1 if f3. So it's difficult to. Okay, e5 is concerned. Ah, he's dropped e5. Ah, to get this one. But it's bishop takes and then queen takes, isn't there? Bishop takes g6 check, queen takes. But look at the clock situation. It's getting very, very tense. Very, very tense here. So Magnus is in trouble, it seems, here. But it's 20 seconds. This pawn looks extremely dangerous. I think he could be in trouble here. Mind you, there's queen d3 to try and hold this pawn a bit longer. He's missed his chance even for queen d3. He's going to sack the bishop. Oh, Gordon Bennett, this is just a mad time scramble. Okay, he's holding the pawn. He's got his own pass pawn. Okay, now black's in the driving seat. He's got to play moves very, very quickly. This is all about the clock here. This is brutal stuff. Bishop c7 check. c3 to follow at some point, or queen f2s. Queen f2 coming up. c3, c2, queen c2. Oh my god, was that mate in one? Was that mate in one on queen c2? Oh my god. Did White just miss the mate in one? I don't believe it. I don't believe it. Let's just rewind that. Sanity check. Actually, let's add on a Kibitzer as well. Let's just rewind there. Queen e4. There's a mate in one. Queen c2. Checkmate. Yeah, the engine's agreeing as well. I should really put on this engine as well. Kibitzer. The queen c2 was definitely there. Ooh. Bit of luck there to get through. It's just total madness. It's total madness. I put a follow on. This is unbelievable. He could have been mated. It wasn't a check. Magnus could have been mated. How did this happen? There was this knight e3 in the air as well. So let's see what happened there. King d2. Check. Bishop here for bishop c7. But isn't there knight e3 check already? That's plus 17 according to the engine. Let's go into examine mode here. Hist. Stop tryharding. So I think he's through on the quarterfinals. He's won his quarterfinal match because he's already beaten him. So I don't know actually how many games is it over. I'm pretty sure he's into the semi-finals now because yeah, he's won 2 and drawn 1. Let's just examine that. That was a crazy game there. Should we take it from Magnus Carlsen's perspective and put on some analysis? So this was their third encounter. It started off as a calm game. Breyer variation, that knight retreat is the Breyer variation. Yeah, black's getting that nice c5 square, but white's trying to build his a-file pressure. He took on c5, preventing really black from playing b4. That pressure on c4 is evident. Now it's building on the a-file, this trebling. And there did seem to be an annoying infiltration, but black has that dark square bishop. White hasn't got a counterpart to that dark square bishop. That blockade square is pretty juicy though. He won a centre pawn there. I think things did start to go awry. Check. Is the word. Pretty badly here when he dropped the e5 pawn. Check. Because although this looked promising, he's dropped the bishop. Now with this move, I mean, I think white's better anyway. King g8 was the move. So this was a blunder to play king h7, and then I think Magnus was ahead in the match. This is a much safer idea to play king g8. But king here, just allowing bishop takes g6 check. Check. Won that bishop. So white's ending up with a huge pass pawn here. This is definitely in white's favour, that huge passed pawn. Although it started as though black, he was prepared to sack for the bishop, of course, but white's now threatening d8.
Check.
Was check. And now we have this one. Okay, queen c1 check would have been a bit better, apparently. If here, queen f4. Right, this is the way to play it, maybe. Queen, but this is just madness. 15 seconds to 11 seconds is absolute madness. And
check.
Yeah, there's this knight e3 check on the cards, but white's only got 9 seconds. He's got to have half his eye on the clock at this point. There's knight e3 check, forking queen and king.
Check.
Again, knight e3 check is threatened. At least something's done about that. But
check.
Then we end up with this coordination on c2, but that's the point. Magnus takes this dangerous pawn, allowing the mate in 1. So that was missed. But 2 seconds. Yeah, he might be gutted. He might be gutted with this. This could be some sleepless nights about not mating Magnus Carlsen here with queen c2, and he ends up losing on time. Oh dear. Let's have a look at some other games there. So history, stop, try harding. Okay, let's look at their first encounter. So earlier, so Magnus was playing black here. Let's flip the board, black's perspective. So this was a Sicilian defense. This is Magnus Carlsen, 3 minute each. Is quite brutal. Najdorf. Okay, it's fairly okay for both sides at the moment. Oh, this is dangerous. Yeah, so suppress g3 a bit. I'm not sure. Can g3 be played here? I think that is a move here, but also that just. All right, that was played. Sorry, that was played. Right, what is white threatening? Oh, this is nice play on both sides of the board. It's very aggressive stuff on both sides of the board. White's pretty passive. F5 coming. Oh, white goes into that. That's a bit strange. Oh, he wants e5, of course. Okay. White's at the moment. Oh, that's a mistake. Apparently, the evaluation went down. So bishop takes d5. That's curious. Oh, this would have been dangerous for Magnus. If bishop here, I'm not sure what's going on here. What is white's point in this position? Maybe it's just general pressure. So apparently f6 is good for black here. He did play that. He's trying to wrench open that bishop now. Oh, in fact, we don't have any more moves on this game. Is that how the game finished? Maybe white resigned. You're at the end of the game, according to this. Okay, so let's have a look at another one. The draw, the second. Oh, don't want to give away the result. Pardon me. Okay, Magnus was playing white in this second encounter. Oh no, he didn't. Oh dear, he should be banned from the ICC. He played the London system. Oh dear, that's not fair. That's not fair to play the London system. Oh, come on, Magnus. Play some real chess. Come on. What is this London system? You're inspiring others to play this boring stuff as well. It's not good. I've played it. I'm ashamed. It's that horrible feeling of playing this opening. Okay, so Queen G4. It does avoid Ferry and stuff. F4. E4.
Check.
G6. Okay, white does seem to stand back. Let's have a look. What's the evaluation here? It's better for white. Double pawns getting a lot of space, a lot of squares. Isn't there knight g5 in the air or something? I suppose it's protected quite a bit. Oh, he just takes that centre pawn. How did he get out this pin? No, does it like that. Okay. Bishop comes there, that looks natural to go there.
Check.
Oh, he does that anyway for rook takes f3 to try and deflect away the queen, yeah? From d4. Black's better at this point. Oh my god, did he get lucky in this? Black's miles better here.
Check.
It's all gone horribly wrong. Black's threatening a mate on 1. How are we going to have this?
Check. 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 Check.
Black just bottled out with a draw. Oh dear, oh dear. Okay, how would he finish this one off then after queen f6? What's the way to do this? Apparently it's check. And then what? We can take this pawn.
Check.
And he had more time.
Check.
Oh dear.
Check.
Queen comes back. Bishop c8. It's not a move you really want to do just to protect, but it's important, I suppose. I don't know how Black wins it. This is problematic, actually.
Check.
Doesn't this seem problematic? I don't know really. There's too. It looks like, oh, this is probably what Black was thinking. There's going to be a perpetual check anyway. Is there? Or is the king coming out here? If we throw the checks in, I think the king comes out to h6, right? Alright, so this is the way to do it. Get that past pawn, get the king over here. But okay, bottled out with this perpetual instead.
Check.
Just perpetual check.
Check. Check. Check.
That was that second game. Let's look at another quarterfinal while we're waiting. So there's Grischuk, who's depressing nickname, Depressniak. Is he depressed? Is he like terminally depressed? Alright, so let's see the main console. Follow Grischuk then. Alright, let's get a view on this. Grischuk game. So against Black Horse, who's Bortnik? Not a Bortnik, but a Bortnik from Ukraine. So Grischuk is in. So Magnus is through on his quarterfinal. So will he be playing Grischuk? Who's going to win this? Let's see what's going on here. Let's get a view on this. Okay, what is going on here? Let's put in a Kibitzer as well. I'll spectate with the Kibitzer. I'll give you an evaluation. It's white slightly better here apparently. And what's going on? A3 to stop B4, is that? Can't do any arrows here. A3 to stop B4 might be an idea. I don't know if B4 is actually, well, D5 will be undermined, so B4 is on the cards to undermine D5, so I think A3 is logical here. Have they stopped? Oh no, what have I done? Have I just killed the I've killed the clocks. Hang on. Game adjourns when Black Horse disconnected. No, it wasn't me killing the game. Alright, so I think someone got disconnected, they reconnected. So this is Grischuk. So Magnus is through on his quarterfinal. This is another quarterfinal match. So Grischuk against Bortnik from Ukraine. Ukraine flag. So D5. Is he doing well here? Boring. Swapping off rooks, but white's better. Yeah, white's, I guess, pawn up. So you want to do this if you can hold on to D5. H3. Alright, let's g4 happen. Just protects d4 in advance to g4. And he's holding c4 as well. It seems White's getting a grip on the position. What could be the meaning of that? f5. f4, crunch the knight, make sure it's, I don't know, it gives up the e4 square. Maybe f4 is worth, I think f4 might be worth a punt. Engine seems to think here as well, f4 might be worth a punt just to squash this knight a bit. Right, yeah, White seems to be setting up a nice position, which it's difficult. I don't know what Black's doing to win this. If Black's got any winning chances here. Oh, he's going to play for g4. Yeah, if he gets in g4, then maybe g3 later. Bishop takes g2. That'll be queening that pawn. Gets a pawn to g3, things can happen with that pin there at the moment. Yeah, so g4, g3 looks like a dangerous plan. There's an h3, I mean we're just taking it in g2. So I think this is the only plan I can see for Black at the moment. g4 looks entirely for, okay, it doesn't matter about a6 at the moment. If knight b4 happens, don't think it matters. You want to get in this, yeah, he's getting in. Oh, takes, oh, hang on, what's happening here? I didn't expect that particularly. We can still go back for this. Okay, he's got this pawn. He's banking on that pawn. Bishop f1. Check could be dangerous. I guess these diagonals are dangerous. Bishop f1. This pawn's dangerous. It's going to cause headaches. Just time is going to be used just to think about this dangerous passed pawn here. And he's holding b5 from f1. And there's b4 check, almost no, knight takes b4. That knight can't be won that easily. Can it? There's no suggestion for knight a6. There might be a problem with it. Maybe bishop e2. Takes king d2. Not sure. Not sure what's happening with knight a6. Maybe just knight takes d5 check is stronger than bishop h6. I think White's lost control here. He's lost control, and he's lost control on the clock. He's down on the clock. This isn't an increment game. This is brutal stuff. I think, okay, the obvious is to take here. Less obvious is to keep the passed pawn with f2. Alright, I think we can just take the knight now, no? That pawn is dangerous. Just bishop c4 and f1. Doesn't matter about if it's with check. I mean, this bishop's going to move and we're going to win a piece here, or win on time. We're going to be winning on time just about. We're winning a piece. Bishop's winning. It just needs to hold on to his b pawn. ICC draws, he needs to maintain mating material, which can be bishop and knight. So as long as he doesn't swap off the bishop. So he's got mating material, he can win on time here by shuffling the bishop and knight around very quickly. I think he's going to step into pre-move mode. Pre-move time. The clock race in the end. Oh! Draw! By ICC rules. Draw. He's given him a draw. As a draw here, the king's in the corner, not going to be evicted with the light square bishop. It's a draw. Come on, guys, draw. Okay. That was an interesting game. Let's see how that started. Let's have a look at that from the start. Oh, there's the second game. Let's look at it later. So Grischuk playing white. Okay, is he going to play the Tarish or the Winnower? No, he plays the advance. Okay, I'll keep forgetting about the advance as an option. The advance variation. How is think knight d2 or knight c3? Advance, yeah. So White's strengthening that d4 point. I think a3 and bishop d3 maybe, just to stop the use of b4. It looks very aggressive as well, the immediate h4. Alright, he's got a point with the advance. It is pretty scary. The rook can come in like this as well. Rook h3 to g3 at some point. Maybe knight h2 to g4, or knight g4 coming up. Yeah, I think rook h3 to g3 looks scary as well. Black's going to play on the queen side and probably get his king over there manually, or via castle queen side here. Castle queen side, I guess. Maybe just white opens up on the queen side with rook b1 and b3. I'm not sure b3 immediately. Yeah, rook b1, b3, why not? So b3 looks kind of logical. Well, there is bishop, greedy bishop a4. I don't know if white needs to be at all bothered by that. Maybe he is. He could consider even sacking on c4 now with the bishop. Maybe. Okay, now he's got the b3 in. His knight's protecting the rook. There's no bishop a4 there as well, by the way. Rook takes, okay. I don't think you really want to open up this bishop with c4 in a hurry. c4 coming up here though, it does, no, I'm not sure about c4. Maybe this knight just reroutes to b5 or something. Keep this bishop locked out. Knight c2 to a3 to b5. Oh, he's keeping his squares on the king side. Engine suggestion is bishop e8 here, with the idea knight h2 to protect h5. But the bishop looks well posted on c6 at the moment, so in terms of a harmonious plan, what does black really want to do? Well, someone's been disconnected again, probably. The press jack is Alexander Grischuk. No, my friend Alex always tells me off about Grischuk. So it shouldn't be like Ivanchuk. It's actually Grischuk. Apparently, it's not Grischuk. It's Grischuk. Alexander Grischuk. Apparently. Okay. Okay, knight e4. That can be taken apparently. There's e6 after that. If that was taken. Did black just make a slight mistake there? It wasn't tapped into. It seems e6 was, mind you, it was dangerous with f3 coming in with these pawns. I don't know how to defend that after. But the engine still likes knight e4 with the idea of bishop c4 for bishop e6 there. Okay, is white actually getting to the king here? Is there a way, or is he just getting gobbled up? Bishop d3. Okay, he's opening that c file. It looks pretty dangerous. There's another route in, knight h2 for bishop g4. That's a major threat. It'll at least win the exchange. If rook f5 is prompted. Bishop g4 incoming. Threat here. Now apparently taking is interesting as well for bishop d2, just to get the rooks connected and rook c1. Yeah, taking for bishop d2, that's strong, just to get rook c1 in to try and pin the queen. King c7. Okay, now again taking. Yeah, he's played this. He's going to get rook c1 in. I mean, also bishop takes b4 is clearly something to contend with as well. So black's king is precarious. e6 is another thing here for e7 to be threatened because of that pin. e6 for e7 is dangerous. But also just throwing in a check. Okay, there's bishop e2 as well to hit the queen here. Also queen takes b4 if white wants this b pawn. That knight's pinned, so queen takes b4 coming up. Or e6. e6 threatens e7. I mean, both of these are quite juicy. e6 or queen takes b4. Or both. We're on the bishop now. We've still got e6 on the cards. Apparently black should try b5 here, and if e6, rook d6. b5 wasn't played. Now d5 looks to be winning a piece. Okay, this looks a little bit scary, but at the moment the bishop's holding. So can white just... well, he could take on e3. Is black actually threatening anything with these pawns? Can this not just be taken on c6? I wonder. Can't you just take on c6? It's going to win on time anyway. It's irrelevant. It's going to be a time win here. You can't do it with 2 seconds. It's end of game. You can't do this for 2 seconds. Yeah, I think that was it. Black horse resigns. He's just going to lose on time. Okay, so black horse is Bortnik. Bortnik, a Ukrainian grandmaster. I'll try and get some bio on Bortnik. Can't. Interesting. Have I got the name right? Okay, anyway, so hi all on stream. This is an impromptu stream just for the ICC Open, which I regretted not being able to play on last night. I was too tired. I wanted to play in the midnight one, but oh well. I did play on it one year. It was great fun. Anyway, let's carry on. Let's watch this. So let's stick on. I'll just probably stick on a kibitzer here to cheat with my analysis if needed. Okay, apparently it's about equal here. Rook e5 is suggested. Why is rook e5 suggested? Just to hold on to that pawn. Yeah, hold on to that pawn a bit longer. Knight d7. No, he's got letting that pawn go to b5 pressure. Knight takes. Okay. Black apparently is going to be doing fine here. He's got bishop f3 here, surely, to damage the pawn structure. Why wouldn't black want to play bishop takes f3? That looks just very... He plays that. I thought bishop takes f3 was interesting. Someone being disconnected again. Someone's connection is really dodgy. Game of German Black Horse got disconnected. Crikey. Got dodgy connection. I got my fizzy water here. I've been off Pepsi for the last few weeks. Bishop takes f3. Why not? Why not? And then we can play rook b8 as well for b2 here. So if rook takes, we just take bishop takes. So we've got to take. Black's got to take then rook b8, and black's doing fantastically well there. He's undermining the c3 knight once he takes on b2. This bishop's very strong. Ah, white's diabolical state. Behind on the clock, behind on the possession. There's also queen takes d3 as well, if he wants. But this is good. Okay. This can be kicked with e6, yeah. What is white up to here? Don't see it. There is a pin on e8, so white can actually move the rook somewhere. There's a pin on e8. Anderson's suggestion here is rook a4 actually, maybe to double the rooks with rook e4. Black could get out of the pin with rook f8, but yeah, at the moment this isn't a real threat. So the rook could move. I don't know if he's going to. He's been disconnected again. Crikey. I think he's going to lose even more time on the clock now. How did he get this far? How did he get this far with this connection? Hang on, what's happened here? Game adjourned when white disconnected. I think there's no saving the white position here. The pawns are a total rack. Check is dangerous. King f1. The check is pretty handy for black. Yeah, it's horrible, this position. The check, and then going for f2 with queen h4 with king f1. Does queen h fall there? On king h1, I think maybe just rook takes f2, and then we've got queen g2. It's diabolical state of affairs. This queen h4, queen d2, yeah. Another one just going for f2. Queen c5 to try and defend for the moment. Alright, black's got to be a little bit careful because the queen and rook are looking at f8 here. Oh, there's queen takes d3 check if he wants. And then just queen c3 would hit the knight. Queen takes d3 looks a pretty safe move to play. Just grab a pawn. And queen c3 hits the knight. That's good as well. Bishop d4 here is crushing, I think. We're on f2. There's a few spite checks. That's it. F2 drops, doesn't it? No, not yet. Okay. Yeah. And there's queen h4, I guess. It's not a great position with 10 seconds approaching, I gotta say. This knight on a8 isn't the most amazing knight ever in the history of chess. And it's about to be killed. Terminated. The rooks can't even go to a1. Okay. That seems to be a walkover game in terms of the clock pressure. I always wonder, the stronger GMs online have sorted out their internet connections. They're not probably on a dodgy internet, especially this sort of thing. So Alacon defense. e4 looks tempting. Knight h4 is an interesting move here as well. I guess knight e3 and then maybe h3, knight g4. That would be good for bishop h6. Knight h6, that sort of plan is interesting, maybe. Yeah, I think h3, knight g4 is interesting. E5 is a target here. Knight C4, possible. And maybe knight D6 is juicy coming up. If rook E8, knight D6, forking the rooks. For the moment, E pawn's safe enough. Okay, so F5, it's safe enough. Alright, could be going for repetition here. I don't think black wants to play rook B8. Does he? Maybe that's okay. It's no problem. Oh, knight G5 looks. What's black's idea here? Oh, knight D3. This knight D3 looks like a magnificent knight actually. If it can come to D3. That stops at least knight D3 for a moment. B4 to secure the knight even more could be an idea. That's the engine suggestion here. Just B4, try and hold down that knight. It's about equal, this position apparently, technically, from a technical perspective. Okay, this can be some repetition. Maybe he just wants a draw here. Just keep kicking the rook and just have a draw here. Could he just draw the rest of his games to win this quarter-final? B7 is a problem. The rook has to go back surely to C7 to protect B7 now. Surely, I think rook C7 is... Has he been disconnected or something? I think it's got to go back to C7. Oh! Instead of taking on B7, White's going to take out this bishop maybe. Whoa! Things have really hotted up here. Rook takes D3 as a suggestion from engine suggestion to give back the exchange. I wonder why exactly. Couldn't the knight just go back? Do we need this? Rook takes D3. Couldn't the knight just go back? Black apparently is getting slightly better here. Getting to be slightly better. That might be a weak pawn on rook takes, e takes, then knight c4. We can block that pawn. I guess that's the idea. It's a potentially weak pawn. Oh, now he does that. But rook takes b2, then c3 is weak. Alright, got past the a pawn. And it's also guided by the bishop, that queening square. This could be a strong past the a pawn potentially. You take on c3 as well. So black's getting some definite counterplay. That might not have been the most accurate. This a pawn is a bit, could be scary. Yeah, this a pawn could be very scary. There's also bishop f8 to help support it in the short term, and then maybe knight b4 after to hit the rook. So bishop f8, knight b4. There's bishop f4 here. What's going on? King f7, and that knight's immune because with the queening the pawn. So king f7 is possible here, and I don't think white can afford to take that. And white's in the driving seat here, it seems. No? A little bit. Well, it's slightly fractionally ahead on the clock. Oh no, what's happened here now? Who's been disconnected now? Good! Oh, he just lost all his time. Oh dear. Can we take this 3-minute chess that seriously? Oh dear. Okay, so Grischuk's in the finals. It was Black Horse lost to Grischuk 3-5. Let's have a look at the other games then. So maybe it wasn't in parallel. So Hist of the Press Yak. Who else is there to watch? Alright, so okay, he's been playing for quite a while, Black Horse. Now one of the other quarterfinals, we could watch Andrei Kin or Dubov. Let's see, have they finished? Follow Vladimirovich. He's not playing. What about this other one, Vladimir Fedosev? Follow Fedosev. Okay, I'm following them all, and there's no action at the moment. So for the moment, let's have a look at these early games in this quarterfinal. So there were quite a few. So this started at 2. Let's have a look at this one just to get a recap. I am following all the key players. Okay, so Black Horse against Grischuk. So okay, this is an interesting line.
Check.
Not so
Check.
theoretical. White doesn't seem to have merged with much at the moment. He's got his queenside pawn majority, but the thing is, factor king safety here. H4 threatened. Oh, very clever move, knight d4. Yeah, for this rook c1 to be justified. Very, very nice move there. Well, that's the idea then.
Check.
But even so, black stands okay here. This bishop's still closed off, so black stands okay. And now white's relinquished that d4 square, so this looks pretty good. Okay, so that d4 square, I think black can just double rooks potentially here. Is he double rooks? And knight d4 to come. It looks pretty good. Let's change off one pair of rooks. So the world's his oyster here because he's got knight g3 as an option. So g3 looks like yeah, that's strong, just to win g3 now. Oh, white had a miserable game here. Whatever opening he played, I don't think it worked out
Check.
very well.
Check.
This is an opening disaster. This is just winning.
Check. Check.
Yeah, his pawns are just coming down. Oh, it's just so all over, isn't it?
Check.
Yeah, it's going to be mating, in fact. That's it. Be mating.
Checkmate.
I don't know, white's opening is so c5.
Check. Check.
What did white get here? Well, it's because Grischuk's played so well as well. Yeah. All right, that was quite a crush. And so, okay, let's have a look at this one. So the second game between them. So Grischuk playing white. Okay, it looks like a comfortable Catalan at the moment. Magnus is playing. Sorry, on stream. Is Magnus playing? You say Magnus is playing? Hang on a sec. He's not playing right now. Sorry, I've got him on follow. Hopefully, as soon as anyone kicks off playing, it's gonna invoke a game. Hopefully, let's have a look at this. Okay, this is, you can see the valuation here as well, by the way. So he had a small advantage. Yeah, typical Catalan position. Annoying pressure on the queen side. Yeah, looks as though he's doing very well here. So A4 was mentioned. He took on D7. Alright, black's holding things together for a bit. Alright, the infiltration rook A7 is mentioned. Slightly better for white for some reason. Bishop A3, right, and maybe bishop B4. And this looks comfortable. We've got the A file, and we've got potentially a target on B5 as well. So that didn't happen. We have instead bishop A3 immediately. Black's got a nicer position. And now, yeah, that's good, isn't it? Yeah, it's lost control. Black's in the driving seat here, pawn up. He lost control. Yeah, the check is important here. Or not. Oh, I thought it might have been, but no, that would just lose a piece. Because there's still the pin. No. Just take here. Simple.
Check. Check.
Alright.
Check. Check.
Grinds this out.
Check.
Somehow.
Check. Check.
How does black grind this out exactly?
Check. 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 Check.
Right,
Check.
that's fascinating.
Check. 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 Check.
Frauding.
Check. 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 Check.
Ah.
Check. 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 Check.
Oh my god.
Check.
Oh. Okay. Okay. Is there some pressure now?
Check. 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 Check.
Okay. Oh, he's got his F pawn now, and the king's very active. This is actually. Hang on. No, it's still. Engine has it just slightly better for black. So it needs some more mistakes from Grischuk. Oh, that apparently was a mistake then. Rook H5 better for some reason. So going here apparently is a mistake.
Check.
But it wasn't. Like rook F2, I don't know. Let's carry on. Apparently just taking, in fact. Why can't he just take and then king E4 if he wants to draw this? What? Am I losing the plot here? Why didn't he do this? What the heck? What?
Check. Check.
This is the most ridiculous
Check.
game
Check.
I've seen ever. A 3-minute chess.
Check. Check.
I think this is worse than anyway, no. Okay. Yeah. What? Okay. Oh man. Grischuk playing black in this game, in the third game.
check,
So this obnoxious, materialistic anti-Caro-Kann line. Alright, it's lining up for f7 potentially. So she's put on a bits of hair. You can get an evaluation over here. White's slightly better, technically. Try and factor in the position that's easier to play though. Right, so black's trying to undermine white's centre potentially. Finally, let's try and hit the centre. F4 finally. But apparently it's not such a big deal. Of course, you don't want to lose this bishop in a hurry because this king's like airy. So his idea is to take this f pawn. Taking on d4 again. It looks too scary. You don't really want to do that. Now potentially there's. Oh, he's on g2 threatening mate. In fact, I think was white messed this up with g3 with h3. Hang on a sec. No, apparently there's a mate in 4 for white here with queen f5 check.
check,
And I think did black resign? Yeah, black did actually resign. There's a mate in 4. He's just gone into mate in 4. King g8. We just play rook e8 check.
check,
So that's mating. That's the end of that.
check,
Oh wow, that seems to be a really horrible line. I've actually played this with black against someone, can't beat me with it. This c4 line, you try and discourage black from playing d5 because you hold on to the
check,
pawn here. But I remember there was this interesting game Elizabeth Masters many years back. David Bronstein beat a British IM with the black side of this. I think it might be in Stuart Conquests. It can be quite dynamically aggressive for black, but I think you've got to try and ignore the pawn and just play for dark square play. Well, that's how Bronstein played it. Okay, but black, yeah, I don't know. It seems black's king got a bit airy at some point here. When he played for this f4, his king's like getting weaker and weaker. Yeah, his king's pretty weak here. G5, yeah. G5 is unfortunate. I don't really want to play any move weakening your king. Something like this at least threatens rook f3, yeah. And if rook f1, is there some play here? Yeah, rook b3. Weaken the opponent's king instead of g5. So g5 led to big trouble here. This is just mate and 4. Okay, I'll look at another game. So this was quite a hard fought match. So Grischuk playing white here in this game. Okay. Sorry, is there? I'm hoping we're not missing live action because I'm sure I'm following the key players. If you think I'm missing live action, please let me know on stream. That's one thing I don't want to miss. I've got to follow on certain key players. Okay, it's bishop h6. Simple. take out that defender. That's why it's got a smaller edge here. Friendly mate.
Check.
Oh man. Okay.
Check.
All right. All right, holding at h4 with the king against queen h4. This h5 looks a bit scary potentially. Now he's got to do something about this. All right, f5, f6 looks really interesting. He didn't stop that. Okay, maybe it's not a big deal here. Oh, they agree to draw here. No, black forfeited on time. Pardon me, pardon me. Black, he forfeited on time here. He must have got disconnected or something. Alright, bit of so Grischuk playing black. This line repeated.
Check.
Let's see what engine evaluation here is. Slightly better for white again. Takes off there voluntarily. Oh, this black, that's going to get that d5 if he doesn't. Oh, we've seen this, haven't we?
Check. Check.
Pardon me, this is the one we've already seen from earlier. Let's move on to another match. Alright. Yeah, this was dramatic.
Check. Check.
But
check,
there were a lot
check.
of disconnects in this game. Anyway, yeah, so white lost that one. But let's look on to games we haven't seen. Magnus is live. I can't see it, hang on. Oh crikey, sorry guys, sorry, I thought I was following them. Oh dear, apologies. Oh Muppets. I thought I had to follow, sorry. We're on it, we're on it. Muppets. Okay, I'm trying to sort out the screen. Hold on a sec. Okay, what's going on the screen? Sorry about that. Hold on. There, got it. Yes, I've adjusted it now. It's coming, there's a delay. Okay. Let's pull up a bit, engine a bit, what the hell's going on here? Oh my god, hang on, isn't he getting hacked to death? Well, the engine says it's equal perpetual check time, is it? It's perpetual check time, yeah. How many games did we bloody miss? Pardon me, pardon the French. It's perpetual check. Is it not? I don't think White can afford to get his king over here. He'll just get mated. So it's perpetual check time. There's also this bishop can come over here. So I don't think it's too dangerous to get the king. So draw that. Alright, okay. Whoa. I thought I was following him. What on earth happened there? Crikey, how many games did we miss? Oh my god. We missed 3. Oh my god. Okay. He lost the first one. So it's imbalanced, this match at the moment. Oh, I see. Because I get it. Because I was following someone else. You can only follow one of them at a time. For some reason, I started following others and I unfollowed Carlsen, Magnus Carlsen. Now we're following Carlsen, so everything's restored. We're following Magnus. So hopefully we're going to catch the next game from the start. Oh no! This was just an impromptu in coverage. It's hot here, you know. I mean, you know, it's hot here. It's a summer's day. All right. So anyway. So Carlsen is stop try harding. So he's played this boring line against the Sicilian defence. Okay, sort of knight c3 then is mentioned. Knight a3. Okay, what is he going to do? Bishop takes knight c4 at some point. Bishop a4, knight c4. So this is a semi-final match, I believe. Is that right? This is a semi-final match. Engine really likes white here, you can see, for some reason. Don't know why. Is there a reason? Hang on, he does appear. Sorry, I wasn't following the position. Where did he win a piece? Why seems to be a piece up? That could be the reason. I need to rewind. Sorry. What? Where did that piece drop off? Hang on. What was this about? E5? Why did he give up the thing? Oh, because the bishop. All right, the knight was hanging. He just won a piece there. Okay, wasn't paying attention. Sorry, white's a piece up. Knight g4. Yeah, that's crushing. It's crushing. It looks crushing on h6 and f6. I'm not I'm sorry. Okay, look, I'm getting to grips with the position. Okay, I'm winding the pawn chain. Okay, is white going to sack on g5 here? Oh dear. Knight e3. What about knight e3? Oh, he does that. Interesting. Yep, a lot of pawns here. We just take this. A lot of attack. Knight e5 is good for queen h5 and stuff. So not rook h8 apparently, queen f7 apparently. On rook h8, oh, Magnus is very, very technical here. This looks like a scary position. But queen f6, okay, now the killer move. Ah, just protecting h4. This knight could be hanging queen f7, yeah, although it seems to be in white's favour, but apparently this knight's hanging queen f7. So he takes, and still white's better for some reason. Oh! Alright, he just gets his king out of here. Knight e5, g6. Coming up. Why has it gone to equal now all of a sudden? Is this pawn such a menace? Alright, it is equal because, yep. Oh, what a fluff up. He was winning that. But he's ahead on the clock. This could be crucial, this clock advantage. It's not increment. This is real blitz chess with no increment. Hustler's blitz chess. Magnus is invested in a fast internet connection for this, specifically for this tournament. Oh, black's coming in with vengeance now. Oh, the king's creeping in. This looks to be a crushing advantage all of a sudden. Oh no! What's going on here? Oh no, white's falling to bits. He's falling to bits. Oh, two connected past pawns. But he's only got 7 seconds. I don't think he's going to make it. Or is he? A lot of pre-moves, if he gets the pre-moves then. It's at least the draw. Come on, he can do it with 5 seconds. He can just take off the rook. Oh, he's going to win, he's going to win, he's going to win. It's easy. Easy for Grischuk. Pre-moves all the way. Come on. He's not going to fall for a stalemate. Nearly. Oh, 0.7 of a second. 0.7 of a second. What the heck was that game about? Magnus has won a piece quite early. We're not going to have time to check this out because another game's going to start very soon. So there was a cheeky win of a piece. Yeah, this just won a piece. That was a terrible blunder because d7's hanging. Cheeky win of a piece there. But still, resilience from Grischuk to get back in this game. I thought this was all over. There's so many weaknesses around black's king as well. This looked like very good. Now knight e5 was apparently better here. This was all correct to a large extent. Something went wrong badly for white. Where? There. This was the move. Rook f3. Bishop d1. I'm not sure. It looks as though black's rooks are connecting up on bishop d1. Seems a bit counterintuitive, bishop d1. But maybe just bishop f3 after rook h2. So this is a problem because a4 now. Yeah, I don't know. Odd. Let's rewind that again. Okay, okay. Alright, no, it's not in examine mode. Let's see what's going on then. What's the chat saying about this now? Are we missing another game now? Is that it? Close that one. Stop trying hiding. Right. Alright, what's the news then? I'm going to ask you on stream in a moment. So there we have it. There were 4 games there. Where Magnus lost 2 of them, he won 1 and drew 1. So is Magnus kicked out? Oh, that's a shame. If Magnus kicked out. So let's follow Depresniak. We're following Depresniak for the moment. I'm pretty sure that's a good horse to follow. So Magnus has been kicked out. It's only 4 games for Magnus to be kicked out. It's a shame, isn't it? But you know, actually, historically, in the official Blitz World Chess Championships, Grischuk has won the official ones, like, quite a few times, isn't it? More than Magnus in the official Blitz World Championships. I can get you the stats on that if you want. So Grischuk is a killer Blitz player. So if we look up on Google World Blitz Chess Champions, I think Grischuk's up there a few times. Let's find out. Grischuk won it in 2012, 2015. Oh, sorry, and 2006. He's had a history of being a Blitz champion. He's run it 3 times, the official World Blitz champion. Yeah, Magnus has won it twice, hasn't he? In 2009 and 2014. Yeah, so actually, you know, Grischuk is historically on the official, like, World Blitz champion 3 times. So we're following Depresniak. So this next thing is going to be between, we're waiting for the winner between Andre Kin. So is it, oh, should we try and see what's going on these others? So let's, what else is happening? Follow Fed Osiv V195. Oh god, what a nickname. Nope. Follow, an easier one is Fedorikov. Am I getting all the names wrong here? Fedorikov. No, he's not playing. Okay, panic. Follow Blitz or ORDDD. No, no one's playing. Let's go back to following. Okay, press Yak for a moment. Alright, now don't tell me we're missing out on the action again, are we? Shall we just have a look at these games again? The one we missed. I'm hoping, okay, what's happened in this one? So Grischuk was white in their first encounter. Let's quit this. Does the knight want to come to here sometimes? I need some water. So both sides casting queenside. So, we got a game. Okay, Vladimirovich is he's Vladimir Fedosiv. I can get your pronunciation on that if you want. If anyone's interested. Who's Fedosiv? He's a Russian 21-year-old GM. Alright, what's happening here? Yeah, so Grischuk against Federated. This is the final. Blitz final. Okay, bit of pressure coming out on d4. Is it something to be concerned about? Yeah, knight c6 looks very natural with hit d4 even more. Is white getting some sort of attack with knight h5? Yeah, that's the best shot. Either kingside here. Let d4 go. It looks fairly problematic here, how d4's it's not dropping off yet anyway. Nothing's dropping off just yet. And this is getting unpleasant, surely, because the rooks are going to double. This looks like tactical liabilities on the f file combined with d4 being weak. The rooks are going to double if that knight moves. Then black's in the driving seat here. So knight f4, bishop drops back. Black seems such a cozy, comfortable position here with that f-file pressure. Why doesn't he could consider just doubling the rooks. Knight c4 is also possible. So white's sacking a pawn here, trying to complicate things maybe. Oh, going for his king. If king g2, queen h4, that looks pretty dangerous. I don't think he wants to play a move like queen takes c4, that's terrible anyway. But this looks really bad for white now. What has gone from a comfortable looking position with black is now looking like a crushing position. Sorry, Vladimirovich is Andreikin. Sorry. Vladimirovich is Andreikin. Yeah, you're right. Pardon me. I had the wrong name. There is reading out someone else. Okay, yeah, no, the other guy. No, it's Andreikin. Right, if rook h1, there was rook f2 there. Right, this is potentially a nuisance, this pawn, but it seems knight takes g4 is winning. I think the idea is rook h1, well there's, again, queen h2, okay. Oh, just take that. It's all over. Doesn't matter about the pawn queening. There's still these mating threats, king h7. Okay, that defends for a moment. Oh, rook h5. Oh no, it's pinned. Unpin? Okay, can't unpin. Okay, hang on a sec. Alright, just a better rook and pawn ending. Oh, this could be quite straightforward the way it looks at the moment. This is resignable, right? He resigned. Okay, I was looking at another call. Okay, Andrei Kin is another young Russian GM. Who's, according to chessgames.com, is 26 years old. Oh god, get whatever. If you're joining, Magnus has been kicked out by Grischuk, who, by the way, Grischuk's won the official World Blitz Championship 3 times against Magnus twice. So Grischuk's quite a worthy Blitz champion. He's playing with black here under Depresniak against Andreikin under Vladimirovich. Rook D. What's going on here? F4 is prompted. F4 was prompted there for some reason. I guess D4 was a bit vulnerable, so F4 would have been interesting. Right now, knight E2, just keep a lock on F4. Again, F4 here is looking good. He plays it. Yeah, D4 is vulnerable. So it takes rook D4, and that looks nice for black. And the white's king safety looks pretty bad here. So I'm wondering, this looks like great news for black, this position. Yes, takes and uses the G file even coming up now. He's just going to move his king and use the G file. It seems a phenomenal position. H3 is a dangerous pawn to have in the side. Form pawn. Yeah, this looks really, really bad for white. I think Grischuk's going to grab this game easily at this rate. So queen d4, there's bishop e5, I guess, to stop the queens coming off. Oh, bishop h2, beautiful tactic is available there for queen f2. Yeah, end of game. Oh, what a crush. What a crush. Let's have an action replay. So Grischuk absolutely murdered him. White missed his chance, just locked down on f4 there. That was very, very important to lock down f4 from black. There was an opportunity, absolutely critical moment in this game, I think. Turning point. Moment where if white wants to play this positionally, because he's weakening his king. Oh, it's too late to look at it. Okay, so Grischuk white. Advanced variation again. He did have a weak d4 in the other game, it didn't seem that great. Fast and furious. Again, it looks like black's pretty comfortable here. So knight takes d4 is threatened, isn't it? For bishop b6 after. So white has to protect d4 here and move his king. The knight's also hanging, so knight f3 by elimination is the only move. The knight's hanging. Alright, so knight f3, yeah. Sorry, I'll try and look at the position a bit more carefully. So there were two threats there. Knight takes d4 and queen h4. Only move knight f3. So f5 looks imminent. g6 looks logical here. g6, yes. Against f5. a3 could be handy against knight b4. If that's not a threat at the moment. a3 is useful for b4, bishop d2, b5 later. Or b4 in one shot. In one shot, b4 for b5. That's stopped. Okay, rook a c1 does threaten rook takes c6 potentially. b4 here? Is that too loose thing? Maybe it's too loose thing. b4 here is aggressive. This looks kind of nice potentially. I think white's getting a nice attack going. b5 then a5 to squish black on the queen side. Open up lines later. Oh no, I think Andre Kane's misplayed this. This looks as though he's getting squished. Rook a2 maybe, or does he worry about the infiltration? There's queen b4 of queen c2. Queen, oh right, queen a2, queen f2, right. Okay, he doesn't have to. Alright, now what does he do? He's trying to win the queen now. The queen's kind of. Can kick the queen around here. Queen c2, rook d2. I don't know if it's worth it. Knight g3, is it worth it? Is queen running out of squares? No, oh, f4. The queen could be subject to being trapped with knight g3 and h3 coming up. Knight g3 to try and trap. The queen's got c2. Maybe, okay, rook d2 first. c1's controlled. Queen goes back to c2 here. Right, it's on d6 and e7. Right, so there's no knight c8. The rook's just occupied c8. So this is dangerous now. Queen d6. Maybe a6 at some point. It's better than b6. What's happening with this knight? Knight f5. We can take that. We can play queen d6. If rook c7, b6. This is dangerous. This queen d6 is very dangerous. Winning knight on d7. That's why black's paused here probably. Oh dear, it's +5. You can see it's +5. +6 nearly. This check is crushing, isn't it? It's just winning material. B6 threatens rook c4 and queen c7 mate. Yeah, so taking and queen c7, that's the threat. So rook c2 holds that for a moment, that c7 square. If rook c2 takes, we're holding c7 for a moment. Is he going to find rook c2? It does threaten mate, but apparently it's hopeless anyway. Rook c2, we're talking +21. Alright, if he played rook c2, this didn't happen. I will have to have a look at that another time. Probably just, okay, not getting mated, maybe just he just takes, and then this didn't happen. It just okay. So the game ended with b6. By the way, I don't want to confuse you. The game ended with b6. Alright, it's not proper examine mode, so we're waiting for another game. Oh man, what is this boring stuff that's being played? Don't tell me it's the London system. It's the London system, please. Oh no. Andrikin is playing the London system. I've always wondered what a good King's Indian defence player does against the London system though, so this is a fascinating thing. How does black generate any counterplay here? Bishop e6, is that the key? The light squares, we can look at c4 later. Does it matter about knight c4? I guess not. Maybe the queen just goes to c7. Oh, let's put on this thing. Bits here. Engine evaluation here if you want slightly better for white. Queen drops back, yeah, to c7. Then what? Is it e5 really on the cards? The bishop's just gonna... Oh no, he takes. Right. I think the bishop would have a nice... Whoa! Okay, he's got a bit sharp here. Oh, there's this queen a2 check round the corner. I don't think this is possible to play e5 because there's queen a2 check here. Is that right? Queen a2? Oh! Brutal! Ah, brutal's always desired to win the exchange. Oh man, Andrikin's pretty good, isn't he? He's brutally won the exchange. He can play for rook d6 and bishop c5 with queen c4 for rook d6, bishop c5. If queen e7, rook d6 anyway. Well, I don't think this is good for black. This appears to be busted at the moment. Again, queen b4 threatens rook d6 for bishop c5. And king is not happy there. It should be in the castle. It's running around. Yeah, take on f6 just wins e4 here. Just win e4. Why not? Or, even better, taking in rook d5 is a menace. Okay, protects that. Is that end of game? Yeah, Grischuk resigned. Oh, I was looking for some inspiration what to do against the London system. No, he just gets massacred. Oh, that is inspiring, isn't it, for King's Indian defence players? Oh dear, oh dear. A blow for the King's Indian defence players against the London system here. Anyway, next game. Oh, this looks alright for white. Oh, there's nothing like an H file, is there? Open up that glorious H file. So what is f3 light? And just if takes, we got bishop d4. Get rid of that bishop. So knight takes, controlling d4. That's c5. It does run into c5. c5 at some point is going to be pretty good. After casting queenside, then we got bishop c4. Okay. All right. Might still better. 95 looks as though I'm not convinced in practical terms about knight d5. It looks as though white's advantage is minimised here for the moment. Black's got nice dark square play. Black's got that juicy e5 square. Whenever we play knight d5, maybe just taking a knight e5. Is that so good, knight e5? Just take a knight e5. Knight 5 looks comfortable. Let's be on the queen side now. Queen b4. It's logical to play on the queen side now. Forget the king side. Queen b4. So b6, maybe we can nab this pawn. I don't know. Maybe it's possible. Bit of counterplay to contend with. Rook h2. I don't know, white gangs up on c7 though, I suppose, but then this f pawn could be dangerous later. He's banking on his f pawn, isn't he? If he mops up these two, then the f pawn, white's holding that. Alright. Black seems to be getting the upper hand here, I suspect, because the centre's crumbling. There's a pass pawn here. The centre's a bit fragile. What does he do about e4? Alright, now there's pawn as well. Now black's in the driving seat. e4's dropping. Let's check though for the moment. Oh, a5. Get his a-pawn going. Don't worry about the centre. Oh, there's bishop d3 of queen e4. That would skewer the pin the queen. Or rook e4, bishop d3, I guess. So this a-pawn has emerged. Crikey. Good use of the a-pawn. Creating that past a-pawn to counter black's g-pawn. a6. Oh, dramatic. a7. Oh, blimey. a7 again. Oh, that would pin the knight, and then bishop c6 is dangerous. Is it? Or not? Not really. Knight takes. There's a different issue. Queen e4 is a different issue. There's a big issue on the king side now. King safety all of a sudden. C7 check is logical, isn't it? There's all these checks, 6 million checks. There's queen a3 to stop the perpetuals. Queen b4 to stop the oh, he's not. It could be a perpetual check.
Draw.
Queen a3. He's going to win on time. Well, he is a rook up. Ah, take. Avoided the stalemate. There was that pawn left, otherwise it would have been stalemate there. So Grischuk clawed back. Great, because that extends the match, right? So we're a quick recap. Sorry. He lost one. Sorry. No. Let's not have a quick recap. Let's just get the board sorted for the next game. Well, that was interesting. I got the impression, yeah, that a-pawn out of nowhere. Okay, Grischuk black. No, Tommy, no. He's gonna have to do better against this London system. Grischuk beat Carlsen. Depressed the act beat Carlsen, yeah. So, okay, has he got something to uncork here? Please, for King's Engine fans, crush this London system. F5, is that the idea? F5, the engine light F5 just then. Oh, that looks premature. Can we not just take that? Is there something majorly going wrong here? It's a weak pawn fundamentally. We don't have to try and win it. Leaving h6 on praise. But it's a weak pawn fundamentally, surely. We can take it and then think about this pawn. Take it. Then maybe I just hit d4. Interesting. Okay, there is knight g4 though, for h6. Knight g4. as mentioned. It looks pretty good, hitting h6. Oh, this looks good for bishop b7. Yeah, why not b5 and then bishop b7 then? G4, no fair. G4, just try and cheekily win d4. Might backfire. Yeah, this looks much safer. Just to put the bishop on c6. Yeah, first makes everything better. Connects to rooks. G4 can be just threatened. Bishop c6 looks great. He just nerves the pawn. He could nab this one. He didn't. Oh, why not rook d1 check? Is that any use? Again, rook d1 check here as mentioned as well. Oh, it's doubling first. I wonder. I think he just wants rook d3, doesn't he? And oh, queen d5 would look good. Okay, instead down the queen side. He's going to play for rook d3. And he wants c4, doesn't he? Let's go for f2 later. You can imagine rook d2 and bishop d4. Bishop d4 would hit b6 and f2. This looks bad for f2. There's also e3 on the cards as well. Black's in the driving seat massively as well. Look at this. e3 crushing. e3. Oh, just e2, right? Yeah. This pawn is menace. Dennis the menace. Because then rook takes is now threatened. Okay, it's just winning a piece at least. It's all over. Bishop, pass pawn, it's all over. Draw. Draw. Cheek of it. So that was how to beat the London system. Finally, we know how to beat the London system now. There's early knight h5. Play for f5 potentially. Or not. White overextended in the centre. Unfortunately, a lot of London system players won't dare to play e5. It would be too adventurous. This is great, losing these pawns to get this crushing position with the rook on the 7th and f2. That was very instructive, I thought. Okay, very instructive. Hi all. I'm just going to do a quick nutshell recap on yesterday to bolt on to the last bit of live footage. The ICC Open was won by GM Alexander Grischuk, so he becomes the 2016 Open champion. He actually won it for the second year in a row, so he had to face Magnus Carlsen in the semi-finals, which he won, of course. So it was a fantastic tournament this year. And time control, just to recap, was 3 minutes with 0 increment. And here was the what happened exactly. So Magnus Carlsen was playing this GM and got into the semi-finals to play Grischuk here. And Grischuk beat Vladimirovich, who was Andrei Ken. So we got Andrei Ken is Vladimirovich. Federative with GM Vladimir Fedosev. So stop try-harding Magnus Carlsen. Suk, it was Carlos heavier than I am. Did very well. Then we got Daniel Dubov, Alexander Grischuk. We got Federico Ponza here, Bortnik. So it was a fascinating open tournament. So I hope you enjoyed some of that footage from yesterday. Okay, here is it in a nutshell. Comments or questions on YouTube. Thanks so much.